Hello, friends. It is October finally, and that means that a lot of exciting things are happening. Not just the changing colors of the leaves, not just it being not unbearably hot anymore, but that means that NaNoWriMo is swiftly approaching. I forgot to mention what NaNoWriMo even is, so for those of you who don't know, NaNoWriMo is when writers in the month of November decide to write 50,000 words of a new project. I want to tell you what I'm doing for Preptober and for NaNoWriMo and what my plan is for all of that in this video. So yes, I will be doing NaNoWriMo. I love NaNoWriMo, I really do. It fills me with so much writing fuel and inspiration and joy and sense of community, blah, blah, blah. I freaking love the challenge of it is what I love about it. It gets me going to be like, I'm gonna hit 50K in as few days as I possibly can. So it's great fun for me. I would never miss out. I haven't drafted a book since pretty much a year ago, which is why I'm so excited about this, is because I feel like I am fully alive when I'm drafting. And the editing is great. It is great. But man, drafting is where my heart is. So I want to get back to it so bad. So let me tell you three things. Number one, where I am. Number two, what is my plan to successfully arrive on November 1st with a plan in mind? And that's only two things. Oh, and I guess my plan for November too. Okay, first thing, where I am right now. Okay, so I've been doing these edits. It's been like 6 months. This has been a process. I did not expect to take this long. I am doing about 3 rounds of edits in one round, and my book is 150,000 words long. 146 now. I'm cutting those words slowly, very slowly. I am on chapter 34 out of 46. It might not seem like I'm right at the end, but I really am because all the chapters from here on out are short, like short. Basically, I've been stuck in what I call the bottleneck of information control, and all of those words make sense to me. They may not make sense to anybody else, but how I think of it is like I have a mystery plot. It gets really clogged up with information right at the all is lost, like right before the finale, where they have to put all the clues together and figure everything out. And I'm like just clue dumping everywhere. I am slowly untangling and trying to clear out the bottleneck, basically. And I think I'm doing a really good job. I think I have one chapter left that's like the final clue, and then we're like racing to the finale. It's all action, emotional payoff from here, and I'm gonna love it. It's gonna be great. So, I have been moving my timeline for these edits for a long time. I'm not even going to tell you what the original plan was. You can look back at my videos and find it if you actually want to have me be embarrassed. Let's just say my initial plan was somewhere in the middle of September. That's probably my maybe fourth or fifth plan. We've obviously passed that, so then my new plan was October 1st. Well, it's October 2nd, and I am on chapter 34 out of 46, so that's not quite making it either. New plan. I've given over to not the chaos of the process, but just like the process of the process. You know what I'm saying? Okay, enter Preptober. Preptober is a sacred month wherein we prepare for NaNoWriMo, which usually means pretty much planning a book from scratch and plotting and outlining so that when we write those 50,000 words in November, that we're actually able to write quality words that we're not going to ditch or scrap and we're not going to get stuck halfway through. Because I'm a whole year further in the writing process and I have a very clear idea of what I want this whole series to look like, I cannot afford to throw away 50K words that I write in November because I didn't take the time to plan them properly. So I need time to plan. So here is my plan for Preptober. Now we're narrowing in on item number 2. I need to finish these edits. That is like the bottom line. That's the only thing that really needs to be said is I need to let this book go for now. Hand it off to my alpha reader. Say this isn't my responsibility anymore. I've done what I can and I want to move on and start drafting the next book. So week 1 of Preptober October is to get myself through the rest of these edits. I'm giving myself 1 week. If I had to pull an all-nighter, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna do that actually. I'm gonna actually take as long as it takes, but I'm going to give myself 1 week to do this and to finish it. And if I have to clean up little stuff throughout the rest of October, that's fine. But I want the bulk of the work to transition from big developmental edits to planning the next book. Okay, week 2 is going to be basically hardcore like plotting and trying to understand the conflict of book 2 and book 3. And so basically that's what Preptober is going to be about for me once I finish edits on book 1 is planning book 2 to a level that I get really excited about it. The good thing here is that I'm not writing a world and characters from scratch. So I will have to do work on character arcs and how relationships are changing, but I think there's a pretty clear path for me, so I don't think that's going to take that long. And I don't have to spend time naming any new characters, so that's an absolute relief. I want to spend a little bit of time world building and filling in kind of the magic and world building details that are going to be needed for an even more expanded story in book two. But the main thing that I need to do is just plot. I need to figure out the beats here. And then by weeks like 3 and 4 of October, I want to be planning chapter by chapter and then scene by scene and get as close to a detailed outline as I can in 3 weeks ish. I hope to not have to rewrite a book again in my life, but it may well happen because I am a pantser by nature. I really am trying to be a plotter as much as I absolutely can, but sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. And so I feel like I have a very clear vision for this. And so I'm like, I hope I can just plot and everything will go okay. But we're going to find out. So this is my personal plan, obviously. But if you are starting to plan a book for NaNoWriMo, you can totally follow along. And so I will be vlogging and taking you through my process of how I am from start to finish, kind of conceptualizing from story idea to plot to detailed outline. So I'm going to take you through that process as I go through it myself. I love Preptober because it's like all this momentum is gearing up. You just have all this like explosive creativity and inspiration. And like NaNoWriMo is where like the really hard work happens, right? But Preptober is where like the dreaming happens. And so I want to get through these edits and I want to get dreaming. So stay tuned to watch me write another book because we're going to do it pretty soon. I'm so excited. If you enjoyed this video and my update, leave a like down below and also subscribe to see more writing content from me. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of it coming up. I also have a Fiverr link down below for developmental edits and book coaching. So if you have an interest in me reading your book and helping you to fix the structural aspects of it and the character arcs, let me know. Other than that, happy Preptober. Good luck on creating the foundations for the novels that we will be writing very shortly. See you in the next video. Bye.